30 years ago, Iran was convulsed by revolution. A tyrannical Islamist regime seized power. That same regime has tried to hold the Middle East to ransom by accelerating its quest for weapons of mass destruction. Its nuclear facilities are now distributed across the country and frequently blocked to outside inspection. Many experts now judge that Iran has enriched enough uranium for a nuclear weapon.
I invite the representative of the Islamic Republic of Iran to take a seat at the council table.
Iran's nuclear program is a story of concealment, deceit, and defiance.
Iran's nuclear program has been, is, and will remain absolutely peaceful and in no way poses any threat to international peace and security.
Despite such claims, Iran continues to defy the UN Security Council by enriching uranium. In March 2009, after an International Atomic Energy Agency report expressed frustration at Iran's refusal to allow inspections, there was another troubling assessment.
Does Iran have enough to make a bomb?
We think they do, quite frankly.
The Middle East is entering the most dangerous period of its turbulent history. Other states in the region that fear a nuclear Iran, like Egypt and Saudi Arabia, might forge ahead with their own nuclear programs. Iran has already aided Syria in its own quest for nuclear weapons. The supply of nuclear technology to the terrorist groups which Iran proudly supports, like Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon, is another deadly prospect.
وسيبقى الشعار الذي علمنا إياه في هذا العصر إمامنا الخميني عاليا قويا مرتفعا الموت لأمريكا.
But what is Iran's ultimate goal? The nuclear program is its trump card in a bid to remake the Middle East in its own image, and that means waging war against all who stand in its way. In its hatred of America, regardless of who occupies the White House, in its brutal domestic repression of dissidents, gay men, minorities and others, in its threat to wipe Israel, demonized as the Zionist entity, off the map, Iran provides a terrifying glimpse of the future. But while the Iranian regime banks on fear, it has obvious weak points. When it comes to energy, Iran is highly vulnerable. Despite possessing one of the world's largest oil supplies, lack of refining capacity forces Iran to import much of its fuel from abroad. It's not only the US and Israel who see the profound threat posed by Iran. The countries of Europe and the Middle East, living in the shadow of Iran's nuclear program, see it too. That's why it's time to get tough. An international ban on trade with Iran's energy sector, along with stronger measures to cut off the regime's supply of credit, can still induce Iran's leaders to back down and pull the Middle East back from the point of no return.